welcome. Let's go. 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock. And Maggie show is on. Bum. Hi, Elizabeth. How you doing, my love? What's going on? What's going on, my lovely people? How y'all doing? How y'all doing in this lovely Thursday, pre-Friday day? July 7th, 2022. Isn't time flying? Time is flying. I know it. I know it. What's going on? Spread the word, spread the word, spread the word. Once you're coming in, please share, like, and comment. Click on that button and subscribe. The link is on my bio. Let me introduce myself. My name is Magda Annette Soto. I am your host, your one and only, aka Aunt Maggie. Episode 80, whoop whoop, on Facebook and 31 on YouTube. I hit my mark as a month on YouTube. Today's a good topic. Today we're going to talk about the 7 universal laws. I learned about the 7 universal laws today, and I would love to share them with you. Why? Good question. Because in order for us to live the life we want, we must understand a little bit more about what the laws of the universe is all about. So, the 7 laws of the universe will give you a more understanding on why things are happening in your life. Because did you know that we are the reason that we attract the things that happen to us because we attract them? Is it because we're on a low vibration or a low frequency, and this is why we tend to attract whatever you think about and think about, you bring it to your life. And so I wanted to be more in depth about explaining the 7 laws of the universe, because the 7 laws is crucially important on your day-to-day daily living. And if you don't understand the 7 laws, then how can you understand the things that are going on in your life? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know if you have noticed that they saying that we're going into a recession. Food is going up, gas is going up, everything is going up, but people's paycheck is still the same. People are losing jobs. People are just not, it just doesn't add up. Do you think that's coincidence? No, it's a setup. It's all a setup. See, life is a game, and if you don't know how to play the game, you will be left out. And so my whole purpose in coming in here and speaking to you guys is crucially important for me, because I need you not to stay behind. I need you to wake up, open your eyes, and ask questions. Why is this not making sense? Something's not right. It's because they want to control us. And the way they can control us is by the food, the water, the gas, and everything else. Because it just doesn't make any sense to me that everything is going up and our paychecks are still the same. Doesn't make any sense. You see, but these are the secrets. These are the secrets. Follow me. These are the secrets that the rich understands and nobody wants to tell us. But because I am studying this and I can understand it, I'm going to tell my people, because you see, we are the majority. But if we let ourselves be controlled by the masses and the government and the system, because it's all a system, we can beat them. If we understand this, we can beat them. But if we don't, they will do whatever they please. That's another conversation. A lot of people don't want to hear that. And in fact, a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm crazy," because I figured it out. I figured out the the way that the rich works. I figured out the way that they think, and it's all a mindset. Because you see, money, we are all here worried about money. Am I right? And maybe that's why a lot of people left, which is okay. Because you know what? The ones that are going to stay behind, they will stay behind. They don't want to wake up. They don't want to open their eyes. That's okay with me. I am only here to save those who wants to be saved, to get them to shift their lives the way they need to, and that's it. Those who want to stay and don't want to understand the way the game is, by all means, we all have opinions. We all have control of our own lives. And if people don't want to take a hold and control of their own life, that's on you, baby girl or baby boy or whatever it is that you just don't want to be in this conversation right now. This is a really delicate conversation. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. This is a delicate conversation when it comes to money. But can I tell you that money is just energy? If you shift your mindset, it's all a mindset. It's a mindset game. And if you shift your energy, then everything that you are grateful for, you will start to attract, including money. You don't believe me? It's true story. It's happening to me. This is why I can truly sit here and explain this to you guys, because I'm experienced it firsthand. I quit my job not too long ago, maybe probably like a month and a half ago. Until this day, God has been providing for me in ways I can't even imagine. But it's because I shift my mindset. And I shift my mindset in a way that I do not want to be controlled by no one else, because life is just a game. Someone told me that one time when I was younger, that life is just a game. And I don't know how to play chess, that life is just a game of chess or a game of Monopoly. It truly is. When you really think about, like, I'm reading all these books and I'm educating myself about the laws of the universe and the mindset and self-development and just all this stuff that's really out there for you to educate yourself. I'm getting into it, and it all states that everything is energy. Everything. Everything is energy. And I just could not quite grasp that. Why? Because I'm the type of question I like to ask. I'm a type of girl that I like to ask questions. I'm like, well, why this or why that? But if you're not like that, then how would you know if you don't ask, right? When I want to know something, I ask. And that's the best way of knowing, really. So we're going to get right into it, and we're going to jump right into it. So the number one law is the law of vibration. What is the law of vibration? The law of vibration states, primary to the law of attraction, everything vibrates, nothing rests. Everything around us is a vibration. Whatever is happening to your life was vibrating to your life. It was a vibration. Whatever is happening to your life was a vibration that you put out to the universe, and that's why the universe gave it to you. That's what you attract. So we must be careful, just an insight of what our thoughts are. What are we constantly thinking about? Are we constantly thinking about debt? Are we constantly thinking about money and how we're going to pay this or how we're going to pay that or how we're going to, are we constantly in stress and anxiety? Or are we just sitting in gratefulness? Are we sitting in gratitude? Are we sitting, because everything is vibration. And what is vibration? Vibration is the feeling that you have of feeling good or bad. And it brings to this point. The vibration goes according to how you're feeling. Like if you are thinking of lack you will receive and attract. If you are thinking of abundance, then that's what you will receive as well. Mercedes, how you doing, my love? Welcome. Your energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. That's why we say, be careful who are you transferring your energy to. Be careful who are you spending your time with that sucks up your energy. Have you ever been with someone that sucks up your energy in such a way that you are exhausted after speaking to that person, well, that's a person who is sucking up all your energy, and then you don't have enough for yourself, because we see we must fill up our cup before we can fill up somebody else's cup. And the third cup will be, the abundance God, our God, the one and only who we go to for guidance and we go to for everything in life. This is more or less about that. It explains of all the laws on how he works with us. And this is very interesting because it was not only until I started learning about this is how I started attracting certain things to my life, you know? So so be careful so be careful who you transfer your energy. Number 2 is the law of transmutation. Energy moves in and out of physical form. Your thoughts are creative energy. We are creators. We create. God put us in this world to create. We are creators. We might not think so, but we truly are. We are creators. Remember that. Remember that. The more you focus your thinking in what you desire, the more you harness your creative power to move that energy into results in your life. But we must be careful as well because the laws. Hi, Brad. How you doing, my love? We must be careful because energy can be a double-edged sword. If you are vibrating in a high frequency, everything that you will start to attract will be good. Haven't you noticed that when you are in a good mood and everything starts to go very well in your life? But when you are in a bad mood, everything is like, "Hi, Elaine, welcome, welcome, my love." Everything starts to not go according to the way you want it. Everything seems to be so messed up. So, how you doing, Brad? So, according to the way you are vibrating, that is what you will attract to your life. So that's number 2, the law of transmutation. Number 3, the law of polarity. Everything has an opposite. The law of polarity is hot or cold, up and down, good and bad, light and dark. How do we know that? See, it's what I said the other day. Everything has two sides. That's the law of polarity. That would be law number 3. And we're speaking about the 7 universal laws and how to understand that everything that happens to us, we attract. So how can we understand that? I'm going in a little depth about the 7 laws of the universe so that we can understand why things happen to our lives, have a little more understanding, because it's not until I started understanding this is when I started to shift my thinking, because everything is energy that surrounds us. Everything is mindset. If you really think about it, if you think you can do it, you will do it. If you think that you're going to lose, you will lose automatically. Everything is thought, because a thought is a vibration. But see, we don't know this stuff because the rich is what they keep this stuff away from us so that we don't understand, so that we don't reach to their feet. But my purpose is to wake up my people, explain to them what it is that they have going on so that we can start playing the game and we can start attracting the things that we want for our lives, because we must wake up. We must wake up and open our eyes. The system wants us to be controlled. Haven't you noticed that everything is going up? Food, water, gas, but the paycheck stays the same? That's a problem. That's a control. Everything you watch in the news, everything you watch in social media is all a distraction from what really is going on. They're just distracting you from what really is going on. And what's really going on? Everything else that the Bible says. I was reading Revelation the other day, and there's some serious stuff's going to happen, but they want to keep us distracted so that we don't have to question them. But my purpose is to wake up my people. Those who want to wake up and follow me and say, okay, let's do this, we're coming. But those who want to be left behind, they're going to be left behind. It's all up to you. If you want the help is there. If you don't want the help, you will be left behind. It's very sad, but this is reality. And that's the law of polarity. Everything that's positive must be negative. You see, it just transforms like that, you know. in absence of what which are not, and that what you are is not. Polar opposites makes the existence possible. If what you are didn't coexist, then what you are not could not be. That's a mind-blowing thing right there. So everything, okay, so for example, if you are not positive, then you are negative. If you're not thinking negative, then you're thinking positive. That's just the way the law of polarity is. It's black or white. There's no in between. And I always thought that there was some sort of gray in between. Well, my mentor, Sean G. Murphy, says it's not. And so I looked it up and it's true. That's number 3. The law of polarity, black or white. There's no in between. It's like the yin and the yang. There's good and there's bad. So it just depends on how you're vibrating. What your thoughts are in your head constantly is what you will start to attract. Okay. So number 5. Wait, no, that not number 4. Sorry. The law of relativity. Nothing is what it is until you relate it to something. The point of view is determined to what the observer is related to. The nature, the value, or the quality of something can only be measured in relation to another object. Hi, Rhonda. Cuckoo. Yes. Can only be related to another object. So, example, what you're currently going through right now, maybe there are other people who are going through something a lot worse than you. You see, like the third world countries, like they don't have the freedom to even believe that there's a God. There's no freedom there. If they know that you believe in God, they will arrest you or they can even kill you. Like there's no clean water. Like there's no freedom in other words. So when you really think about it, do you really have it that bad? There are people who cannot walk, cannot see, cannot write. When you think about it, do you really have it that bad? So we must always think, well, you know how blessed I am? Just even by getting whatever you are receiving in your job or whatever it is, do you know how blessed we are just by having clean water? We have food. If there's a shortage of food and there's a shortage of infamil, it's all a setup though. Like there's a setup. Like you shouldn't even be thinking about that. Like, for example, when I got COVID, I didn't even get sick. Why? Because in my mind, I did not accept it. So whatever, hey Sharon, I did not accept it. So if you don't accept something, it just won't affect you. And that's the way I looked at the when I received the COVID. Like I really didn't even get sick. It was just like a cold. Like whatever happened to colds? They don't talk about that no more. They don't talk about the flu. Everything is COVID. Have you noticed these things? I mean, are we really noticing what's really going on? It's all a distraction. It's just distraction. Number 5, the law of rhythm. The law of rhythm states that's when you start to understand your flow. Like in your life, what rhythm are you having in your life? Are you letting everything flow and just you going with the flow? Or are you trying to control your life or whatever situation it is we have going on? This is much for like my control freaks who like to control everything around them. Well, if you go with the flow and you just let things as is, then you won't have it. This is when faith comes up. This is when you really have to use your faith and be like, okay, I have the faith that the outcome of this is going to be magical, or the outcome of this is going to be whatever it is you want. You can fill in the blank on that one. Number 6, the law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect states that where every action equals a reaction. Every cause has an effect, and every effect has a cause. All thoughts are creation. So we must be careful on what we're constantly thinking about, because whatever cause, there will be an effect, and whatever effect, there will be a cause. It's like planting. The planting the seed will be the cause, and harvesting the seed will be the effect. You get it? So planting the seed, cause, and effect will be the harvest that comes out of that seed. That's the effect. Focus is the attraction. Number 7, last but not least, the law of gestation. Everything takes time to manifest. That's what depends on what vibration you are in, because whatever you think about and think about, you bring it to your life. On my YouTube, I am going to be leaving these notes if you are interested in knowing these notes, just so that you can have it and understand why certain things happens to your life. You can always come to the laws of the laws of the universe, and just how everything follows, and understand a little more about why things happen. You know what I mean? So that is my training for today. And I wanted to tell you a little story about when I started learning about these laws. See, because I had a hard time believing in things that happen with the universe, because I'm a God believer. But who created the universe? The universe was created by God. So if the universe was created by God, and I look up in the Bible and it talks about these things, it just is not worded the same way, then I have to believe that this is a thing that we must go through, so we can learn a little bit more about how life, what how life happens, because everything happens for us, not to us. But if only we can see it that way. If we can't see it that it's happening for us, then we are going to always constantly be in a complaining and a negative thought, and saying that everything happens to us, and then you get sick and tired of that, but that will rese. And then when you come think about it, then it'll be a mess, because I know people who just they go down the store, and then everything is a mess, because they think that everything happens to them, and they have such bad luck. And just I know people like this, and we must be protecting our energy when it comes to people who are speaking negatively around us, because energy is attraction. Someone can be in a bad mood, and someone can be in a negative state, and if I am around that person too long, that energy transmutes to me, because it transferred. Energy is it doesn't exist. You can't kill it. Everything is transferred. Anything energy is transferred. This is why I say that energy must be protected at all times and at all costs, because people can suck up your energy without you even noticing, and then before you know it, you change your mood, and then you change your state. And if you change your state, then just negative things will start to appear out of nowhere, because of the state that you're in. But if you're in a state of joy, in the state of gratitude in all times, even when things get rough, then you will start to get things that will be easy for you to handle, because it's almost like a test. It's almost like God tests you, just to see how you what where's your faith, and who do you run to when you have problems. And that's how it works out to be. So that's my training for today. I love you bunches. I am going to see you again tomorrow at 9 p.m. And I'm going to leave you like I always leave you. If you believe, you can achieve. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good night. Good night. Good night. I see you guys tomorrow again. Woo woo! Cuckoo! Love you.